Hello, hello, good afternoon, and welcome to 21 business days of skilling you softly. Thank you for joining me. We are now on day 11 of 21 business days of skilling you softly as we continue to take a deeper dive on each day into a soft skill. And I briefly discuss the importance for personal as well as professional development for your growth. I am Sarita Price, and I am the coach who is skilling you softly to live and lead with confidence and boldness in the marketplace. Before we get started, I just want to say that these past um, 10 days have been phenomenal, great feedback. So I want to, as I welcome you into the live, I want to welcome you as you go back and look at these replays. Please leave comments, share this, and repost it on all social media platforms if possible. And I really want to hear your feedback in every area, if it's helping you in your personal life or well as your business life. So I love your feedback. Um, and I greatly welcome your feedback. So let's do a slight recap here. So, what are soft skills? Soft skills are those desirable qualities or those transferable skills that they don't really depend on acquired knowledge. Soft skills are people skills in general. So especially if you are a leader, you definitely need soft skills. And and as I said in the beginning of this series, in some capacity, everybody is a leader. Okay. All right. So the soft skill that we're going to continue on, this is actually day 5 of emotion intelligence. There are actually 5 components of emotion intelligence, but let's just kind of briefly do a recap. Everybody has, emotion intelligence has been around for a while. Um, and, it's basically the capacity to be aware of and control and express one's emotions, right? You learn how to handle your relationships, but not only handle your relationships, handle them wisely and empathetically. So being in touch with your emotions. And like I stated yesterday, and I may go on and state this again and again, um, you don't lead with your emotions. That's not what I am talking about here. You lead based on facts, right? And facts is what you need to make decisions. But this is more of a awareness, to be aware of your emotions and be aware of your employees emotions, or if you're talking about just not work related, just being aware of your friends and family and friends, loved ones emotions. So that's what this is, a main focus when I'm talking about emotional intelligence from a leadership perspective. You don't lead with your emotions, you lead by with facts, but you need to be aware of your emotions when you are making critical decisions, as far as when involving other employees, get them involved. Okay, so the 5 components of emotional intelligence, we've discussed self-awareness, self-regulation, motivated, and yesterday we discussed empathy. And today we're going to go into the last component, which is social skills. And as always, you'll hear, if you go back and look at all these replays, you hear me again say all of these soft skills are so intertwined with each other. So I love this quote. It says that your IQ will get you hired, your EQ will get you promoted. So this is one of those skills you definitely need in a leadership role. Okay, so what are social skills? Now, this should, seem like an easy one, but social skills, and you'll be surprised at some people kind of lack in social skills, but it's being a player, helping others to develop and shine. This is one of those uh, things as far as this is what a leader should do. You should help develop your employee. That is actually one of the main components of leadership. You're helping your employees. You're helping develop your employees. You're helping them to shine. It's not about you as a leader. And that brings to mind there's all different types of leadership styles. One of the ones coming to mind, servant leadership. You have situational leaders, you have charismatic leaders. There's a plethora of different leadership styles. And over the past 5 years, those that I just named are some of the most noted ones. There's the other different leadership styles come as we change. So you really, as far as social skills, you want to develop your employees, let them shine. Another area of social skills, this goes back to, I cannot remember, I think it was day 2, I talked about conflict management. Having social skills help you manage disputes. Being a leader, having that um, autonomy to be able to help settle disputes. Now, if you are a leader, if you have not, depending on if you are a new leader or seasoned leader, right? If you haven't had that experience of selling disputes between or more employees, get ready because it's coming, because that's just part of the job. But you need to have those skills, knowing how to manage disputes, not being biased, taking one side to the other. And that is where having some capacity of coaching skills. And I'll tell you a little bit later as I close out, that's one of the services that I offer is I consider myself a coach's coach. Help you coach your leaders or your employees through these different situations. So also too, social skills, being an excellent communicator. We talked about communication, and I'm just going to have to go back and I think it was, which one? It was day 6. I talked about effective communication. So go back and look at that. Go back and look at that, the replay on that series, on that particular soft skill. So you have to be an excellent communicator. And if you, just to give you a little recap, one of the key things of being an effective communicator is listening. You have to have great listening skills. Remember, I talked about paraphrasing and summarizing and, listening, body language, so that's one way as far as to help you with your social skills to be an effective and an excellent communicator. And then be a master at building and maintaining relationships. Now that's a soft skill we haven't, I think that is the last day 21. And I did that on purpose to put building relationships at the end, because at the end of the day, all of these soft skills is the main outcome that I want you to get from this, is to be a better leader and to build better relationships. Be that leader or that boss, I say leader, that everybody, wants to be a part of their team. You ever had, if you attended college or played sports or just whatever, you have people that are great, excellent leaders, and they have a sphere of influence that everybody's like, oh, I remember when I was in college, certain professors, you heard that they were a great professor. Everybody wants to sign up for that professor's class because not only did you get great content, you learned, this particular professor may had a great, had a high EQ. I just said he was emotionally intelligent, that knew how to get the material across to the students and have fun doing it, make it fun. especially now, um, you know, being a professor or as an educator myself as a coach, it's different when I came along. The generations are different now. You have to use different learning techniques and strategies to get your employees engaged, um, as students and employees engaged in, the learning. I'm having to do a lot of strategic different things because and I'm actually going to have a webinar coming up about the different generation that I call it generational diversity, that what you used to work 10 to 15 years ago would no longer work. So you have to be able to shift and change. So, having those great social skills, building relationships. I am bold enough to even actually, I ran a poll on LinkedIn about a month ago. I think it was in January. And I list 4 soft skills and ask questions within your organization. What areas of opportunities, what do you think your leaders need, especially as leadership has changed um, during this pandemic? What is it that your leaders need? And I think the 4 was emotional intelligence, it was conflict management, change management, I think it was effective communication. Well, I conducted the poll on different groups, and the number one soft skill that came about, it was like 55% was emotional intelligence. They stated that their leadership lacked emotional intelligence. And I think the second one was conflict management, which I thought that was interesting. So this just let you know that it's in the poll conducted, there was an audience probably about, I think I end up receiving 300 responses. So that just let you know that this emotional intelligence is definitely a soft skill that leadership lacks and needs. So being a team player, helping others develop and shine, let your employees shine. It's not about you as a leader. You're there to help develop your employees, and help them enhance and develop their skills. It's not about you. And many times situations over my career, I've had some awesome leaders. I mean, great leaders. And I learn so much about them, and from them as well. And I also learned from some leaders who were not so great leaders, right? I learned what not to do. So you can always learn from someone. So having those social skills by nature, and it's really funny, but by nature, I am an introvert. I am an introvert by nature, but because of my soft skills, area expertise, I actually am, I guess you can say, both extroverted as well, because I have such a passion. I want to help people with um, their leadership skills, enhancing and develop not only leadership, their life skills as well. So building relationships and having social skills is critical to be a great leader. Knowing how to manage disputes, excellent communication, being an excellent communicator as well. Okay, so this is we come into the end of this. This is the last component of emotion intelligence. But hey, guess what? Let's keep in touch. Um, this is all things Sarita. You can actually connect with me through Linktree from Sarita's Pen. This is my mailing address. And I want to challenge you, like I said earlier, if this resonates with you, any of these replays, and like I say, this is something that I wanted to do to get the word out that soft skills really do matter. And I'm a firm believer that, I call it my soft skills matter movement, that this, by leaders obtaining and everybody becoming aware of soft skills and just how important they are, I believe that this is the tool that's will change the trajectory of how, businesses are ran, and how I'm just a firm believer. I am a very optimistic person. This has changed how our country is ran. How are your soft skills? So keep in touch with me, connect with me. Like I said, if you see anything that really resonated with you, reach out to me. Let's schedule some time, a consultation, to see how I can help you or your organization. I offer group coaching sessions as well as one-on-one sessions as well. So we want to help you take your organization and your business, especially small businesses, to the next level. Okay. All right. So always for the support. And I do hope that this resonates with you today. We're going to continue on tomorrow. We'll be talking day 12 of 21 business days of skilling you softly. You don't want to miss it. And if you remember this, soft skills get you through hard times. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.